All right, let's dive into a problem that's, well, it's totally invisible, but it's affecting almost every single wireless gadget you own. We're talking about the ever-increasing congestion of our radio frequencies.
Now, just so you know where we're coming from, this is part 17 of a much bigger 20-part tutorial from the folks over at RFI Detectives. We're zeroing in on this specific chapter because RF congestion is a challenge that's hitting all of us, even those who are pretty tech-savvy.
I want you to picture this. Think of all the radio frequencies out there as a massive invisible highway system. Every device we've got, your phone, your smartwatch, your smart home stuff, they're all cars driving on this highway to communicate. It's the hidden backbone of our connected world. So, here's the million-dollar question we're digging into today. What happens when we keep adding more and more cars to this highway? You guessed it, you get a massive 24/7 bumper-to-bumper traffic jam. And that's exactly what RF congestion is. So what's causing this giant jam? Well, the main culprit, hands down, is the explosion of the Internet of Things, or IoT. This revolution has completely changed the game, just flooding our homes and cities with an unbelievable number of new wireless devices.
And this is where it gets kind of wild. Just think about a single smart home. You could easily have dozens of devices all trying to talk at once. You've got your smart lights, the thermostat, security cameras, the front door lock. Even your refrigerator is getting in on the action. Every single one is another car on that already crowded highway.
Okay, so the direct result of this IoT boom is that our airwaves, those invisible highways, are getting seriously crowded. Let's take a look at which lanes are seeing the absolute worst of this gridlock.
You know, the 2.4 gigahertz band has a fascinating backstory. This slice of the airwaves is unlicensed, which means anyone can use it. It was originally meant for things like industrial equipment and medical devices, but now it's basically become Main Street for pretty much all consumer electronics, making it one of the most jammed-up frequencies on the entire planet.
And just look at this. It's an absolute free-for-all. In this one little band, you've got your home Wi-Fi network, duking it out with your Bluetooth headphones, your neighbor's cordless phone, a baby monitor from down the hall, and just a whole sea of other IoT gadgets. It's a constant fight for a clear signal. And hey, this isn't just a 2.4 gigahertz problem. The pressure is building everywhere. The 900 megahertz band, which is popular for things like home security systems, is feeling the squeeze. Even the 300 to 400 megahertz bands, the ones your garage door opener uses, are seeing more and more traffic. The congestion is spreading out.
So, with all this chaos, how do we keep things from grinding to a complete halt? Thankfully, some really smart engineers have come up with some clever ways to manage the traffic and help all these devices get along. One of the most important tricks is a protocol called Listen Before Talk. Honestly, it's just plain good manners for devices. Before a device transmits, it first listens to the frequency to see if anyone else is talking. It checks for traffic. And only when the coast is clear does it send its own message. It's a simple idea that prevents a ton of collisions.
But that's not all. There are other cool techniques too. Dynamic Frequency Selection, or DFS, lets a device actually scan for a quieter channel and move over to it. Then there's frequency hopping, which is like quickly lane switching to avoid traffic. And time division multiplexing works like a traffic cop, giving each device a specific little time slot to talk so they don't talk over each other.
So what we're really seeing is a huge shift in thinking. We're moving away from the old model, which was basically a free-for-all, where devices just yelled over each other. The future is about creating a smarter system, almost like an air traffic controller for radio waves that assigns lanes based on real-time demand to prevent problems before they start.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. What does this new wireless reality actually mean for you, for me, for all of us? Well, first, we kind of have to adjust our expectations. If you live in a dense area, like an apartment building, or you work in a busy office, some level of wireless interference might just be the new normal. It doesn't mean your device is broken, it just means the airwaves are completely full.
And because of that, the burden is really shifting onto the manufacturers. It's now their job to build devices that are tougher and more resilient. That means better internal components, smarter software, and the ability to find a clear signal even when there's a ton of noise all around it. So what does this mean when you go to buy something new? It means we're starting to see different tiers of quality. A cheaper smart device might work just fine out in the suburbs, but it could really struggle in a crowded city apartment. Being able to handle interference is becoming a premium feature, and yeah, that often means it costs a bit more.
Which really leaves us with this one huge, thought-provoking question. As we keep building this world of seemingly infinite connections, are we hitting the very real, very finite limits of our invisible highway? Are we actually running out of room to talk?
It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.